Yeah. No, I mean, I've seen and been in some tough ones. This one's pretty hard. You know, we had every chance to win the game, and obviously, you know, strange things happen when we play these guys, and you know, the punch out wild pitch. I mean, it's like a 90-mile-an-hour slider. Then you know, he gets a second on the stolen base, and then Andrews puts a good swing on a good fastball, and you still feel good about it because obviously they tie the game, but then Profar comes in. So these guys play complete games across the way. We haven't been able to solve them. This one sucks.
Do you feel the way it's gone against the Rangers when he gets on base, is there almost a feeling like here they go again?
No, I mean, they still have to put up at bats against Ken Giles. I mean, I think I understand the question, I understand the narrative, but the reality is these guys, we have a lot of pride in our clubhouse. We have a lot of intensity in our competitiveness. We have a lot of winning players, and to follow the narrative of there's doomsday coming is just not going to be accepted. It's not going to be how it is. I mean, they came out and beat us by putting together a really good ninth inning against a really good pitcher. And no more than that. I mean, we can't remake or replay the games that we've faced these guys. But to concede or to think that something bad's going to happen is garbage. That's not going to happen.
How pleased were you with the way Brad pitched tonight?
I thought Peacock did exceptionally well. I mean, to go into the game against this offense at a time where we needed our bullpen was strapped. Even in September with the extra bodies, those guys down there have been throwing quite a bit. So for him to not only give us the innings, but the type of quality. I mean, it's the top of the first, the double play, the top of the second. First two hitters get on with extra base hits, you know, homer and a double. Then he goes 3 up, 3 down. The top of the third, 2 on, 2 out. He gets out of that, and then the fourth, fifth, and sixth, he was excellent. So I think he did everything he could have to get us in a position to win, and I couldn't ask more out of him.
This is kind of Altuve's way of breaking a slump a little bit.
Well, I mean, Jose comes to the ballpark every day with a chance to have this kind of game. So obviously, when the numbers will tell you, he was due to have this kind of game. But we've seen this type of game, you know, 50 times it feels like this year. So you don't get 200 hits by accident. So I think he's, you know, he certainly, you know, had a really good swing in the first time, his first at bat. His body control was exceptional. The second at bat, he hits the homer. He gets another base hit. Even the last ball he hit was right on the nose. So if the tide's turning, we'll take a hot Altuve for the next 15, 18 games, whatever we have.
Do the Rangers do anything that maybe not even specific to your matchup, but just that makes them this way? I mean, because if you take out the Ranger games, you guys are just not even.
You know, they provide a tough matchup for us, but also a lot of teams. You know, I think their left-handedness in the right areas. Obviously, they've added a couple players in Beltran and Lucroy that make their lineup, you know, a little bit different. But you know, some of their primary lefties, specifically Odor, handles left-handed pitching, handles right-handed pitching. These guys handle velocity. They handle secondary pitches. They have some depth in their lineup. Andrews, one of the best back control guys. As a veteran player at the bottom of the order. You know, obviously when they fill in with Profar, I mean, Profar's an everyday player that's stuck on their bench behind a really good tandem up the middle. So I think what they do is they are relentless in how they bring a good quality at bat after a quality at bat. From the pitching side, you know, they throw some elite starting pitching at you, and then some high end velocity in the bullpen. So. Put all that together, and you have a belief system that is pretty powerful, and some one-run games that build confidence. You know, they've got a nice thing going.